Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoJ456, and today I'm going to be showing you every different perk in Call of Duty Ghost, how the perk system works, how much each perk costs, and just some general information about perks. So let's go ahead and get started. There are 7 different categories of perks. The first one is speed, handling, stealth, awareness, resistance, equipment, and elite. So each one of these has its own perks under it, and let's go ahead and get started with speed. So the first one up in speed is Ready Up, which is faster sprint recovery. So this basically means if you're sprinting, you stop sprinting, you need a second to get your weapon ready. Your weapon will get ready that much faster with Ready Up. So the next one is Sleight of Hand. I think we all know what Sleight of Hand is. It's just faster reloading. Next up is Agility, increased movement speed. So this is basically just the lightweight version in Call of Duty Ghost. And next up is Marathon. I think we all know what Marathon is. It's just the same thing, unlimited sprint. And next up is Stalker, and we've had this before as well in Modern Warfare 3. Move faster while aiming. So this is all the perks for speed. Next up is Handling. The first one is Strong Arms, throw equipment farther, decrease cook time of grenades, and reset the fuse when throwing back explosives. So this is kind of a combination of 3 different perks. It's actually really neat. I actually really like this combination of perks, and Strong Arms is definitely going to be a cool one to use. Next one up is On the Go, reload while sprinting. So this is kind of like a Battlefield style of reloading. Pretty cool. Not obviously the best thing for people who want to sit back, but definitely a really cool perk to have. Reflex, swap weapons, use equipment faster. So this is basically like fast hands, and that one's really neat. So next up is Steady Aim, increased hipfire accuracy. Obviously we all know what this is. Next up is Quick Draw, faster aiming. So a lot of these are just different attachments in Black Ops 2 or perks in Modern Warfare 3 so far. Strong Arms is basically the first one that we've seen that is brand new, but let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Stealth. And the first one up in Stealth is Takedown, kill enemies without revealing their death location. So this will be really useful if you are going around and knifing people, because if you knife someone, they will see that death marker and know exactly where you are. But if you're using a silencer, this may not be the most useful thing to buy. It may not be such a good investment, which is why it's only 1 point. It's not the best perk. But next up is Blind Eye, undetected by air support, Oracle systems, and sentries. Next up, Dead Silent, move silently, making you harder to detect. Players with the Amplify can still hear your footsteps. So if you have a headset and you want to use Amplify, you can hear everyone on the map, which is not a good thing if you're just a kind of a casual player. You don't have a headset that allows you to hear where everyone is. But basically, if you have a headset, you're in good shape for a Ghost. And if not, this kind of sucks. And I agree, this is not fair that you can be heard basically with your footsteps anywhere on the map. So next up is Off the Grid, undetected on the mini map by SATCOM and radar pings. This is just again another UAV jammer, another way to stay hidden. And the last up is Incog, resistant to targeting systems, including recon, thermal scope, tracker sight, and motion sensor. No red name or red crosshairs when targeted. This is the absolute just cold-blooded package. This allows you to just stay completely out of players' sights, stay off their different equipment. So basically, the Off the Grid and Blind Eye, these are going to protect you from player score streaks that are around. These are going to hide you from those, and Incog is going to protect you from the actual players seeing you. So next up is the Awareness class. First up is Recon. Enemies hit with explosive damage are tagged and can be seen through objects for a short time. So this is actually a little bit different. It's not on your mini map that they're tagged. They're actually like, you can see them through the map. So this is probably just like a little red outline of the character, maybe kind of like the millimeter sight that we had in Black Ops 2, kind of this outline type deal. But interested to see what that does. Scavenger, resupply from dead enemies. This is only worth 2 points, and I actually really love Scavenger. This is a great perk, and I use it a lot, especially when I'm going for like high gameplays, high kill gameplays. You definitely need the Scavenger a lot, so I'm surprised it's only 2 points, but hey, not complaining at all. Next up is Sit Rep, detect enemy equipment and SATCOMs. So basically this is just going to kind of tell you where everything is on the map and allow you to go around destroying those with EMP grenades, etc. So next up is Amplify, hear a footstep slider. We already talked about this one. You're going to be able to hear everyone on the map, and it just cancels out Dead Silent. Next up is Wiretap, use enemy SATCOMs by placing your own SATCOM, and basically if you have a SATCOM down, you're going to be able to use all of the enemy SATCOMs. So if you don't know how the SATCOMs work, I did a full in-depth video on that. You can check out my channel for that. But Wiretap is going to be the ultimate thing right off the bat. You're going to definitely want to use Wiretap, because you're going to be able to see where all the enemies are, because you're going to use all of their SATCOMs, because everyone's going to have the default SATCOM streak put on, and you're just going to have a great time with this. So next up is Resistance. Resilience is no fall damage, just basically Commando Pro, which is just funny to think about Commando Pro. Anyway, Painkiller, faster health regeneration is not the COD 4 version of Painkiller, is not the Painkiller we know. thank goodness. It's just faster health regeneration. Stopper, reduced flinch, so basically if you get shot while you're shooting, you will not flinch as much. Attack resistance to flashes, stuns, and EMP effects. Know what this is. We had this a lot in Black Ops 2. Blast shield, increased resistance to explosives. Again, same thing. We know what this is. Next up is equipment. Everything in this equipment category has to do with equipment and how much damage you do, stuff like that. So first up is extra tactical, extra lethal. Don't have to talk about these. We know what these are. And next up is fully loaded. Start with maximum ammo capacity. This is just basically if you had picked up a couple scavenger packets, or if you had scavenger pro, if you remember from the older games. Next up is extra attachment. Completely self-explanatory. You get a third attachment for your gun, and danger close. Increased lethal grenade damage. Sorry about that. Increased lethal grenade damage. So this is just basically not going to apply to noob tubes and stuff like that, just your grenades, stuff like that. So it's not too overpowered. We'll see. I'll probably do a breakdown of that in the future. So next up is elite. This is going to be your fun kill streaks. This is going to be the stuff that you use when you want to have a lot of fun and just kind of gamble away. So that is why the first one is called Gambler. Receive a random perk, and this is going to be every single time you spawn, you get a random perk. This is kind of a fun one to do. It's definitely going to make for some fun gameplays. And moving on to the next one is Hardline. 1 kill less per point streak. So I'm not sure if this is going to apply to support as well. I'm sure it will, but it sounds a lot like this is going to be what you want to use if you're going for those kill streaks early on. So next up is Ping. Activate a radar ping upon killing an enemy, revealing nearby hostiles. So this is going to be the ultimate run and gun perk right here. So basically, if you're running around killing an enemy in their spawn, it's going to ping off on your mini map, and you're going to be able to see where all the enemies are in that immediate area. So I'm guessing they're not going to make this way too overpowered, but it's definitely going to be really, really awesome to use, and I'm definitely going to love this perk a lot. Next up is Overkill. Equip 2 primaries. This is worth 3 points, and obviously we know what this is. You can have like a SMG and a sniper if this is what you want to do. Anyway, moving on to the last one, Deadeye. Increase the probability of increased damage the farther into a point streak. So basically, if you're going on a huge tear, you're going to have an increased probability of dealing extra damage per bullet. And I'm going to do a huge breakdown of this when the game comes out. I'm just going to be like showing you guys how much that's actually going to give you. The odds, I'm going to do so much testing with this. I'm going to show you exactly how much Deadeye gives you. But I'm guessing if you're like on a 15 kill streak, Deadeye is going to be massive. It's going to let you just take out enemies over and over, and it's going to give you like almost double gun damage, which is insane. So I'm definitely going to be covering this one in depth, and that is all of the perks in Call of Duty Ghost. And just moving on to how the perks work, you get 8 points to start out with. So basically you have 8 points to spend on these perks. So you can buy 4 2-point perks, you can buy 2 3-point perks, and then 2-point perk, and that is your 8 points. And then basically you can get some extra points by doing this. You can get 1 extra point for removing a lethal, you can get 1 extra point for removing each tactical, removing your primary, and removing your secondary will all give you 1 point. And you can have a 12 points max, so you can go a full perk loadout, which is really, really awesome, and just kind of customize your class to what you want to do. So I want to give a big shout out to Say Yes to Messes on Reddit. He definitely just threw this thing together, and it's absolutely amazing. So link to that will be in the description down below. Be sure to go check out that post where he posted this image. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, because it took a lot of recording and a lot of putting this video together just to show you guys all this. And I'm definitely going to be breaking these down even more as soon as the game comes out. I'm so excited to use Deadeye. It's ridiculous, but that's just a personal note. Hope you guys enjoyed. My name is NoJ456, and I will see you in the next video.
But I'm never bored, man.